church supported financially came on public. Media all they endorsed 2017. Was the president had integrated by them to have endorsed the protest and participated and supported it? And these guys now who are raising that for analysis ever raise such an argument? We said no. They did that. So if you must do a comparison between Maureen and Mr. President now, it tells you that Mr. President was most detrimental to Liberian people. In terms of being a beneficiary of the sports system. 2.5 million every year, 2012. And tell me how much they amount to. And terms benefit that of the president. Another argument could be Mr. Braga was not the chief organizer of the protest. Right there, we come in there with deal simultaneously. You know, all your questions I would I'm not running your mind. I would clear out. That one make me a student leader like actual. So that is one of your questions running your mind, and let me deal with that. And so we have a loop. There's an intellectual power going here today. Come. That's how I go. I keep prepared. And so if that is your argument, that Mr. President was not the lead bearer of the protest, and so we did not focus on him, but yet he endorsed the protest. Then come to the real debate. Who was the lead progenitor of the July or the June 7 protest? Costa, right? Granted. Costa was the vice chair for political affairs of the ARP. No, that's not someone tell me it's a fallacy. The vice chair for political affairs. The major opposition. Quote unquote, indirectly also benefited from government. But all the people tell you, he benefited from the false system. I need not to remind you of all of the audios and all of you have been flagging and surrounding him, where he has been prescribed as a blackmailer and so forth. He benefited from the false system. Yet, a protest. And I'll give you a reason why the United Party used that strategy. Some of you followed me last night on my podcast. I decided to come specifically as CEIO today. The reason why the United Party used that strategy because they detected that today's argument that is against the CDC, we have gone against them. That was the smart game. The United Party did not come into the debate to be the lead bearer of the protest on Mr. William. Because those questions that are asked right now, we have gone against them. Now, hey, my man, you checked out for power 12 years ago. Why can't you say you want question the CDC? So what they did, they orchestrated the scene. They played to the game. And when further what is being known as the city, it was the United Party that went to Kokumis, you understand? Where you to find the city people. Get that? The party is strong. So that was the strategy. And the essence of that showed that the Liberian people should not have dragged them in the mud and said, "Come on, move on here and jump for squandering opportunities." That was being confirmed by the chief and the political leader back then of the opposition. So they use the CPP, they use the ANC, the ARP, the Liberia Party, all of those guys. And one of the arguments that you hear back then was that CPP did not hear the Liberia Party at the front. But the later day, the other part was the custodian and the chief architect of the CPP. And that's why when they thank you, you saw how they play to the game. The other guys who were up for power, stepping aside. When the debate was being settled for the Liberian people to take the CEIO out of power. But as in Norway, that the CPP argument was not an everybody argument. And now about today they are using the same argument. That as in Norway that because Norway resigned from the CEIO and from the so-called stand, it means that it's not a CDC. You see the argument? I'm not inviting them to a debate. I'm here to expose the laboratory. I'm telling anyone who can encounter it. Today, that argument that they ran away from, now they're using today. So, then we pop up the question to them. Now, if that is the argument, are you now telling the Liberian people that you are the one or the chief architect of doing civil protests and what? The quote-unquote CPP? Then we say yes. And we say yes. Based upon the argument that you prefer now, that CEIO is the chief architect of state, and Malu is a soldier of the CDC, an admiral of the CDC, so the CDC is the one leading the protest. Then we go back to the truth that you led it. So you see the cycle of politics. And so now, how we have come to enlighten the minds of our people. Nobody knows stupid here, not stupid here. We understand the politics. And the politics not being sincere to discover the Liberian people. All of them are hypocrisy. So that is the area of politics in our setting right now, and we are going to expose these guys. So the guy did that very well. And that is why today we are using that debate. That the July 17 protest is not genuine. It's been organized by those who just left power. But 2 years ago, those who left power, 12 years, consecutive years, squandering the opportunity of the state, left to kill someone. Just 4 years in the government. So how can you now come to elaborate with fair analysis and you want us to accept it? Is that the reason you say elaborate when the matter of July 17? We said no, that is not a justifiable reason. From the angle of the perspective of logic and reasoning. No, you messed the job. You cannot fool the Liberian people. You must be telling us, the Liberian people, those who are running with the argument, that the reason why the Liberian people should not come on is because the government has done well. Are you following every single argument? No, they are not. Because they know for the work that the government has done nothing. That is the propaganda. I will challenge them. How many of them come to the press conference? You need not to protest because they know where we stand. You need not to protest because they are good with. You need not to protest because they are better education facilities. Because they are good at facilities. How many of them listen to the proper argument? But they are properly. It has no substance to the Liberian people. And then we will come to knowledge. And those who are wanting to get involved in the protest are telling you of the bad governance of the country. Under the Unionist Party. They can't even testify the reason. Testimony from the marketeers. Other than on social media. Testimony from the marketeers. Now, money was crying in the market 2 months ago when they were being interviewed. Is that money? Is that an argument? Now, money was being protesting in the very high schools area 1 year ago. Was it money protesting? In the revolution, you don't need a courageous revolutionary to lead the revolution. And that's what money has done. All of them were there to protest. All of them were there to protest. In the whatsoever, possible because I know what it means to organize a national protest. I know what it means to come with financial delivery or what have you. It's penny. I know what it means. It took only 1 year plus to announce the protest. Because we know that the Liberian people are looking for a direction. Someone who will come in defense and lead the revolution. The Liberian people, no revolution is just being organized and led up by the ordinary people. It must be led, it must be constructed, it must be organized. And that's what Manu has done. The patterns now the Manu, the Liberian people is never say, how come we pay our money more with our money? Say that? No! So don't come here with us for analysis. There is no Manu's patterns from the angle of logic and reasoning. And in the academic theory, there is not Manu's patterns. So why are they trying to come here with fair analysis? When during your time, you never make progress. If that is the argument, I'm going to know about that's the debate at channel the guys. And I want to take the money from account of this brother. You never make progress. Squandering the opportunity. Mr. Braga as the vice president, 2.5 million budget. Yes. And the CCEO that they have says that okay, if that's the potential argument, what makes an argument? What makes an argument? What makes an argument? What is different from Mr. President that don't know what is happening now in terms of endorsement? Let us say that CCEO stand. Who did? You know the time you CPP. I don't know the argument. What's the difference? What's the difference? What is the difference? That is the hypocritical politics we are telling you about. We have come to response. There may be accepted as easy as system. I cannot shy away from that from my own understanding of political analysis. I cannot shy away from that. And I'm telling you that it is the debate of the opposition that will remind that you take similar. That's the point of argument. And you did not question or critique those who had protests a few years ago. After they have served 12 years, consecutive 12 years. See the magnitude, 12 consecutive 12 years. 2.5 million budget. And what are you? Then these guys were in government and they endorse the June 7 protest. What's the argument for them? What's the argument? The guys need to come and answer the question. What's the argument? And so, if you want to sweep the protests, because that's the government agenda. We are finding means to control the protest. They are carrying on the aspect of inducement in politics. Going to our Congress, they have the platform to induce them not to endorse protests. No, these guys don't have the political gravitas. And we're not to choose anything around. The only person in my mind, my political understanding, that have the political brace that can change the protests around is just me. It's just me. I think I'm going to do running around saying, stay on a protest and this and that. It was even telling me how to change the protests around. And say for peace sake, for this, that, you guys the government, that get a change. That which you have done several times. That's why I have to respect the carrier, so we have no issue to problem. Yes. So the sooner time we get that way. So the government is wasting fund. Going to all the guys say, and the most statement. No, they don't have the political influence to change the mind of the people. They don't have influence on the people. They don't have to change anything when it comes to that 17. No. They don't. The other person is not carrying to the house and we have money. I carry money for the man. If we are sacrificing, we don't even change the protest. Now I think they're running for our Congress to make statement. They are from a protest. I have to wait, make that people now they come out. You make it fun. Reach out to the big actors. reach out to the main actors, but obviously they can't reach out to Ria. Because in the beginning of the government, they managed the month. You can have conversation with Ria. Ria may not want to endorse, but Ria politically, in our city, cannot come out and say he cancel protest. If he does that, the political future 2009 is finished. What we have not do, if anything tries to go on the contrary, we are going to answer all my people. Then you will see the power of the men coming from the other side. Thank you. I said, you want to go over here to make your life. Why you guys to do it? Bring it fast. Then you put it just. Then you listen to the Sumiga Sano. You have a seat in the mina. You take me a water break here. One time you sample. Take your pen and get dressed down your question. So, yeah. Take your put on like a samurai. You put it on and put it on. Yeah. You take your water break, taking some questions. So you listen to him. The protest is tomorrow. 1 minute. Hello? Yeah. I'll call you. The protest tomorrow. The protest tomorrow and you listen to the state. I think it's the Reverend Samaza, you're welcome, Reverend. Here's the thing. They will play by play the schedule on the protest. I just told you that my name and place that yesterday night on the closing argument, one of the organizers, the one marina, STEM protest, the people that may organize by STEM in collaboration with Supreme Motorcyclists. The other mission is part and parcel of that protest is one of the organizers. On the closing argument last night, on June 11th, while the mission was in studio, there was a huge police presence in the people around the compound on June 11th. Yeah? Last time at 3 to 4 o'clock when we were in the morning, I was passing through the social media pages and things. I saw that. And I have to call him in the morning by 5. I called him in the morning 5 o'clock. And when I called him to confirm whether it was true, and they said, he said yes. He said, President, I speak to you by 5 o'clock. The minister is still at the station. He slept at 2 o'clock last night. He said because of his fear. People call him, call to and go to it to not come out of the station to lead them, they take and bring the money to make the way. So for I called him, he said, I'm calling as I speak to you, I still at the station. They're making land and barricaded the entire station. Wanted to get me out and get me to our new location. But we saw a statement from the police RG. A statement from the police RG, but we don't I'll read to you. I said to you for you. And he said was a minor error. They were not intended to have the maximum error. They were not intended to have the machine arrested. According to what he said, they were not intended to have the machine arrested. So I wait for you and currently you told me I come to call me as soon as you get out, but you're not coming here. I'll let you know in the morning on freedom. You are fully on freedom in the morning on one of the talk show and you explain why okay. So as I speak to you, I think you probably need to be able to. So let's go to the audience. Let's take small concern and yeah, let's take it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. By way of introduction again, I'm Johnson Massacre. I respect the guy on the stand with him, the student advocate. But I think he wasted airtime. If I were on the radio, in Studio A and he in Studio B, I would call him up because he was wasting the time on the air. I even find you to pay more money, I just a waste. The 25 minutes going to him was too much, in fact. That's why I got them done in 10 minutes. Because he said things over and over and again. So here is it. You know the part in CDC. I read a scripture in the Bible that says, until we can exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees and the scribes, we will remain the way we are, we will not enter heaven. So, Kurma stood here and you listen to Kurma kindly. Suddenly, that was just a self-aggrandizement. Our political theater today is just self-aggrandizement. Anyone who comes here is for himself. It's not for you and myself. So we must be watchful, we must be careful as Liberians. These guys are misleading us. 90% of those from the CDC, 90% of those from the university of the right path. They come to impress themselves when they continue us. So I I said the last time I would not. They have the right to protest. Yeah, it's the right of all of us. If we want to protest in this country, we will protest every day because things are going wrong every day. From the day of this country up to today, we will protest. I said I decided to protest. I will not protest because when I went to Liberia, I spent 10 hours. I spent 9,000 when I was paying 20,000 during the days of season, so I will not protest. But it is a right to protest. We must be mindful and we will be watchful of how we protest. We let these guys.
Thank you.
Continue to lead up to the next. Thank you so much.
For your confession.
Thank you. I appreciate the recognition from Delany, Ishmael J. Delany, and the chairperson for the grassroots sales for the initiative of Liberia. Although we as an institution having pledged support to such protests, but again, we also have respect for every Liberians that confined with the Constitution, which of course it is his or her right to examine peacefully to address the government on issues that is trending, which of course we all support that. But when I listen to the brother, I'm here, his conversation kind of mind-boggling in a sense where when you talk about excluded job, we can put a stop to protest. I know for sure that even the June 7 protest was initiated by the COP, Council of Petra, that was COSA at the time. Although we have some political actors who joined them in the process, and which of course this protest was also organized by civil society grouping. And there will also be political actors that is part of the protest. But when you come to say that only George Weah can put a stop, because according to my soul, George Weah said he's not in support of the protest. Come on, President Weah. He said he's not in support of the protest. According to my soul, that George Weah said he's not in support of the protest. And it will not be a street thing because the image of George Weah does not support protest action. Which of course, but then protest is highly organized by civil society grouping. When people try to stigmatize it or try to make it in a specific form and manner, they will be unfortunate. Like that's why I said yesterday, we also have other student grouping that were part of this protest. But today there are student grouping who are shy away from this protest. Wow. So if we try to be very holistic in what we say, we should be realistic in a sense where, knowing to the fact that the issue we are faced with, and it is good that people come out to resurrect. Listen, even some of you who may not be in support of the protest, who knows at the end of the protest you may be a beneficiary. We saw it right at the June 7 protest when Civil was not taking pay. After the June 7 protest, Civil Service began to be so punctual. So there may be a trickle-down effect that you may benefit from. But we need to be more realistic in what we say. We cannot say that the protest is a Civil Service grouping protest, then we try to bring in some political actors that they have a final say. They have another position within the state and within the whole organizing process. So honestly, I think you need to be doing that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. My name is Isaac S. George, and I want to thank the senior guest on the stand, having sat and listened to him as he deliberated. I think yesterday's representatives are presenting themselves as today's saints, and it is extremely condescending to the Liberian people that yes indeed the individuals inclusive of Moba Molu, Akaros Bray, the likes of Fode Massacre, and citizens and former citizens that are showing that yes indeed this particular protest is successful, and not doing it because it is a genuine event. Rather, they want to regain the political phase that have been demasked by themselves. With that being said, Mr. Speaker, Moba Molu sat in this country when our economy was in tatters. What did Moba Molu do? Moba Molu served as the chairperson of the ruling party then. And Jefferson Koji, for the massacre, Akash went to the University of Liberia campus under the intention of going to have lunch. And we all know what transpired at the University of Liberia campus. In 2022, When the young Liberian students left UL, came to the US Embassy to protest, we know what transpired. One of the lead campaigners of the protest for the massacre is, languishing around here, and he hasn't been able to be called to justice. These are individuals that have caused harm to the young people in this country. So at the end of the day, you stood here and you made a series of statements that are extremely contradicting, because you cannot single out Moba Molu as the lead campaigner of the protest, and you want us to agree. If we have different elements that are genuine enough to call the Liberian people, then we want to listen to them, not Moba Molu in the left. Thank you.
So, can I just please, Lauren, come in, please?
Thank you. Thank you so kindly, Mr. Moderator.